From Timmins-James Bay, and I remind everyone what I said about props. Carry on, please.
My question is to the Premier. On December the 12th, Pat Sorbara said to Andrew Olivier, you've been directly asked by the Leader and the Premier to make a decision to step aside to allow Glenn to have an opportunity uncontested. Is that what the Premier and her soul had discussed before giving Pat Sorbara her instructions?
Premier.
Once again, Mr. Speaker, as I have said a number of times this morning, the investigation is taking place outside of this House. I take this matter very, very seriously, and I've spoken to it repeatedly. Elections Ontario has made a decision, Mr. Speaker. They determined that the allegations against me and the member for Sudbury were baseless. They've also said that, and the Chief Electoral Officer said this, that, and I quote, I'm neither deciding to prosecute a matter nor determining anyone's guilt or innocence. Those decisions are respectively for prosecutors and judges, unquote. So the fact is, Mr. Speaker, that process has gone into the next phase, and that is the investigation that is taking place now, but it's taking place outside of this House.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Well, let's do some more soul searching. On December the 11th, Jerry Lougheed said to Andrew Olivier, so I come to you on behalf of the Premier and on behalf of, yes, Thibault more indirectly, to ask you if you would consider stepping down, even more than that, Andrew nominating him. Is that what the Premier and her soul had discussed before giving Jerry Lougheed his instructions?
Mr. Speaker, if the member opposite is asking me whether I wanted to keep Andrew and wanted Andrew Olivier to be involved in the party, I've said that many times, Mr. Speaker. I wanted to keep him involved, as I hope the party opposite is working to keep their past candidate involved, Mr. Speaker. I think it's important for leaders and members to reach out to people who have either lost an election or who have not been involved, to bring them back into the fold, Mr. Speaker. So I have said repeatedly that I think that is a responsibility of leaders of a party. But in terms of this particular situation, the investigation is happening outside of this House, Mr. Speaker, and we'll continue to work with the authorities.